Hello, welcome to Juhl Media. My name is Ching Juhl. This is my live interview program. Since 2020, I've been doing this because during the COVID, I cannot see my friends, I cannot see my family because it's lockdown. So I've been interviewing people, chatting with people on this channel, and I've done more than 300 people so far. And these guests are very interesting. They are filmmakers, musicians, politicians, entrepreneur, doctors, all kinds of people. So today, I am very happy to welcome my friend, my young friend, and she is a entrepreneur. She's a writer. She is so talented in many different ways. And let's welcome Sarah Doney. Hello, Sarah.
Hello.
How are you?
I'm doing pretty good. I'm really excited to be here today.
Thank you for being here. So, I usually ask my guests, "Where are you right now?"
I'm in Portland, Oregon.
That's great. And I am ask me, "Where am I?"
And where are you at?
Oh, I actually live in New York City, but today I'm in Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania,
Oh,
and
wow.
this is my son's house. So I'm visiting my son. Now, oh, I need to plug in. I forgot. Okay, can you hear me?
Mhm.
Okay, so yeah. Now another question is, how did we meet?
Well, we met through the Yang Gang, which was Andrew Yang's 2020 presidential campaign run towards universal basic income. And I was part of a podcast called the Yang Gang Roundtable Podcast. And during that is where we met. But I heard about you because of your documentary, My Yang Gang Diaries. So, yeah.
Thank you, thank you. Yeah, we youngins are pretty tight, and even NGN suspended his campaign. And although I wish he won, and then maybe he will be our president. But anyhow, so yeah, let's talk about a couple of issues. One is, where are you from, and what is your background? A little bit.
Uh, so I grew up in a small town called Skamania, Washington, which is just like an hour from Portland, Oregon. So it's really close by. And what was the other question? uh, my background, right? Yeah. So I've been a big basic income advocate for several years now, and I also did a lot of on the ground research, trying to figure out what happened to America, and I came to the conclusion that money traumatized the world. And so I wrote a book, How Money Traumatized the World. And but I also have been working on my business called Questify Life LLC, and essentially it's ways for you to brain hack your way through becoming addicted to life and achieving your goals. Yeah.
Yeah, great. Now, so you have this. Tell us more about this Portland, the what do you call enterprise, and it's like work. Wait, it's like a we work, right?
Oh yeah. So I'm part of a co-working space called NedSpace. And so essentially, it's one of the oldest co-working spaces here in Portland, Oregon. And what's unique about us is we have these different villages based on different skill sets that you have. So we have an AI lab, we have a web UI UX village. I'm in charge of the arts and sounds village. We also have events, and lastly, photo, film, and media of villages. And so people skill exchange in order to essentially help on different projects within the entrepreneurial journey that people are on. And it's quite a fun adventure to be on.
Battery. Yeah. So, what's your role? Your enterprise.
So at NedSpace, I'm the Arts and Sounds Village Lead, which means I've been trying to help interconnect different musicians, painters, artists of all different kinds of walks of life, and connecting them to each other or resources. And so there's like a lot of art collectives and even just people who go to open mics and stuff, but a lot of them need access to like creating a website, and that's not their field of study, so I connect them to each other. Or you know, hey, there's a art lawyer who you can connect with and help protect your IP, etc. In addition, I help people like create little prototypes that are physical, even if it's just cardboard and like whatnot, but it allows us to start uh, building the basics of what it means to expand your business. Yeah.
You know, I receive so many bios, and your bio is so good. It's such a great writer. It's so clean, and yeah, it's just so clean and so logic, and yeah, so it's great. It's not overly done. Sometimes people overly glorify themselves. That's kind of a little bit, yeah. And sometimes people not too organized, so I really I appreciate your bio. And now, what is like, are you a techie person, or are you a more writer and nerd?
So I would consider myself more of analog, which means physical. And actually that is why this space has been so helpful to me, because if I need digital design work, someone who's here on the floor, I can exchange coaching work for like their work. And if I need a website built, I can ask someone to help me build a website, and I can help work with them to connect them to other people around town or events and whatnot. I've been doing a lot of networking around Portland to like make that possible. But I would say I'm a game designer for Questify Life, and so I use. I'll show you an example. This is a zine that I got made with the help of many people here, actually, and it's to gamify your startup. So essentially, it breaks down your goals into little different exercises in order to achieve your goals. And so that I would say, as long as it's physical, I'm definitely all over it. And also a lot of like word of mouth networking.
I'm always very impressed by you, because you're so active on Facebook, and you post a lot, and you're so brave, and you talk about yourselves. You're not afraid to show the true side of yourselves. And I like to know, you were like a nomad land person and lived in van for a while. Tell us a little bit of that story.
So I traveled the US for 2.5 years, and I lived minimally off of money out of my truck. And I covered most of the United States except for like the northeast corner, so like skipped over New York. But that's where I got a lot of experience learning how to like what services exist, what systems are broken, how to get help, and like who's doing the good hard work. And I created kind of like what I call the project playbook. And so I collected what others were doing so that I could put together criteria of like how to replicate it. And since then, I've also been working with other people here in Portland to interconnect, say, like filmmakers, so that more indie film is here in Portland. But the idea is like we can put spotlights onto the people who are doing this stuff and who are making efforts and spreading the word. So I definitely, I'm not doing all the work, right? But I can tell when I've stepped into the right environment because it's checking a lot of the boxes. And so when I did that, I did a lot of basic income advocacy work as well, trying to do like car parades or whatever with like stuff on my truck, and just spreading the word, because a lot of people back in 2020, it was kind of a new idea to hear about basic income, and now I think more people are more aware of it.
Can you tell us what is universal basic income?
So essentially, we need to be able to afford our inevitable human needs. And like when Yang ran, it was like $1,000 a month. Realistically, it's really expensive to afford your needs. In Portland, I think the minimum wage should be $27.40 an hour, and it's like $15 an hour. So the prices of everything is kind of uh, beyond what our money can afford. And based on my research, what happened is tech advanced so rapidly that it concentrated into the money concentrated into the hands of a few, and our systems are breaking apart because of that. So unfortunately, we have to figure out how to fix the systems.
Yeah, and people think universal basic income was just sort of invented by Andrew Yang. Actually, it was way back, right? By Payne, Mr. Payne, and also Martin Luther King was,
Mhm.
promoting that. They called different names. So we have an organization in US. It's called Income Movement. So they are,
Mhm.
similar. And I joined them at I remember 2021. 2022 there's they have in New York they have parade march. One of the marches, because it's in COVID, so we did a bicycle march. So everybody
Nice.
came out. Yeah, it was so cool. And yeah, I made a video. People can watch that in my channel, in this channel. Yeah, so it's awesome. And when you travel alone, other than universal basic income, and are you afraid by yourself? Like, what is the most challenging thing?
I would say every day felt like it was adding on trauma to my experience. It was very difficult, even trying to do like laundry, and part of my travels was during the pandemic. So I didn't even know if I could go between states when it first happened. That was terrifying. I was like, I don't know what I could do. And then all my resources dried up. Like I didn't know where to shower anymore. Like trying to go to the bathroom became much more difficult because all the doors were like, you can't come in here, like no. And so like that was probably the hardest part, was when the pandemic hit, because I didn't know how to use the resources that were available afterwards. And also just the fact that it's hard to feel like you belong anywhere, and finding places that you can actually stay housed is getting actually more and more difficult as well. And you have to like rely on people's goodwill, and not everyone has emotional regulation, and that can cause some issues in the long run too. And
Are
the
you gonna?
more,
Yeah, sorry.
okay,
Are you going to do more of those? Are you
do
going
more of
to
what?
do more of solo traveling?
What I'd like to do is to actually, I'm trying to get my vehicle prepped to do solo traveling, but to actually spread my Questify Life business to different like towns. One is like Trinidad, California, right? It's just a tourist town, and I can make exploring that town kind of like a prototype of like making a city enjoyable to experience. I have yet to get all the pieces together for the vehicle, but I am working towards that again. But I would only want to do it in short bursts, because long term is really stressful.
Mm,
Mm.
yeah. So I was thinking, humans, number one need probably is eating, right? And number two is shelter, right? Probably. I don't know. So I was just thinking sometimes, like, what if I become homeless? And living in a van, in a car, basically is homeless, right? But you have a roof still.
Yeah, I would say currently I'm actually couch surfing, if I'm really honest. I have a gal who's gonna house me for a month.
What's couch surfing?
So you just stay on someone's couch for like a month or a couple weeks or maybe a few days, right? And then you go to the next person. There's websites like couchsurfing.com that you
I
could
didn't know that.
go to find people who will house you. I found this through a network of people here where I'm at, so it's a lot less, confusing and more trustworthy people. And but that's just because I am experiencing a life transition right now. So doing the best I can with what I have. But I have a network of people that I lean into here. It's kind of like my base camp because like all my family's here, all my friends, and I've been doing a lot of networking and community building here, where cross pollinating different communities. So it's helpful. But yeah, it can get really stressful if you don't have your needs met, and you're more likely to be re-victimized if you're hungry, angry, lonely, or tired. And when you're staying in your own vehicle, like you might be woken up by security or police because you're not allowed to park wherever you parked, or it's just more vulnerable. So it is kind of a struggle for sure, especially for your nervous system.
You have a couch, okay, in my house. When you come to New York. That's amazing. That's amazing. So tell us a little bit about your book. The title is quite interesting.
So it's called How Money Traumatized the World. And so essentially, what's happened is systemically, the systems are broken. And there's a lot of data to support that what used to work doesn't work anymore. In addition to that, like our nervous systems are very reactionary with survival responses: fight, flight, freeze, and fawn. And you can actually recognize how that shows up in your own life. Fawning is kind of like people pleasing, but it might mean you're not asking for the raise or doing volunteer work because you're too afraid to ask for that payment. Or freeze response, you can't even do the like accounting because you're like in a trauma state. And like one of the things I noticed was like plus or minus 3 days of the first of the month, I saw a heightened amount of coping mechanisms within my community, whether it was workaholism or alcoholism. Like there's all these different things that really trigger us, but there's a way for us to use and lean into mutual aid because it's already happening all around us. But we have to start recognizing how it's showing up in our body so that we stop making it show up in other people's lives too, such as shaming others for not having income, because money is actually a pretty poor measure of success. Yet we've conditioned our whole society to measure that as our form of success.
Well said. Well said. I host a clubhouse for 4.5 years. The title of the room is called Smartphone Filming, but sometimes we run out of things to talk about smartphone because we talk about, you know, camera composition, editing, festival, I mean, everything. So I started to like invent title, right? So one of the 2 weeks ago we talk about what is success, like what is your view of being successful. So
Um,
people, yeah, so what is your, what would you say someone's, so usually, it's very good, you said, someone's successful is like they have a house, they have expensive cars, they have whatever, so what is your answer?
so I mean, being able to meet your inevitable human needs like food, housing, and whatnot, is very important. Health. I think these are important because of Maslow's hierarchy of needs, but I mean, it's also community. Being able to have people that you can lean into during difficult times, or just having a good time. I go to these things, they're called salon, but it's a potluck that happens every week. I don't go every week, but that's where we get to discuss poetry, or this last one was discussing about what does it mean to listen, and what does that look like, and we share a meal, right? And when you create depth within these relationships, you're nourishing your soul, but we need to feel accepted as our authentic selves amongst the people we're around, instead of like faking it too, and so like if we're not connecting with even our like own values and stuff with other people, like we don't need echo chambers by any means, but like being able to co-create things together, and learning how to communicate, these are important, because otherwise we might cause friction when we're not meaning to. One of the things I noticed when I was traveling was a lot of people have opposite definitions of the same word. Like, ask 10 people the definition of communism or socialism, you're going to get a lot of different answers. And so it was kind of like micro culture shock. So essentially, you come from a different background or a different family or a different definition of things. And so like, I think the more successful we are in moving through those moments of friction, the more likely we are to work together and help even rebuild our communities and the systems that are breaking apart right now.
So, what is your ultimate goal for you to feel successful?
Personally, I would like to see more community connection, cross-pollination between different skill sets. And realistically, I want us to have fun and have play our way to a better society. And because right now we're a little too addicted to our phones, and I want us addicted to real life and showing up and helping, like even the planet, planting trees or whatever. But I also think we need resource redistribution. There's a lot of cities that have concentrated wealth, and what is enough? How do we spread that excess to maybe areas that don't have enough? And just kind of balancing a little bit. But yeah, I want us to have fun doing it, which seems to be like a wild idea for a lot of people.
Yeah, so many people are stressed out, and I think economy hasn't been great. I guess it's going to be get worse because the current administration, and don't let me start it. Uh, yeah, labor is going to decrease because the immigrant is, being, not all the immigrant, many immigrants are being, so people's life is going to change, and people are very stressed out. I meet people, they complain, they have to work kind of low wage, um, salary work, and they are very skilled people, so yeah, that's a problem. And my I answered in my group in Clubhouse when I asked everybody what's a successful. I feel successful for me is I have time. I have time to do things. That's a successful. Uh, yeah, and I think I am so lucky that I get to experience different things, different country, from play music to making film. So it's the experience that I treasure in life, because we only live this much long. Even 100 years is passed quickly if you can live 100 years, right? So yeah, so that's how I feel. Now, I want to play a video of your, let's see, net space.
NedSpace, yeah, with a
Yeah.
Z.
Tell us who made that.
So we had the news channel, a local news channel, come by, and they interviewed a bunch of our different members who are part of the co-working space, and it was really cool because I really wanted to like have coverage of what we are doing. And I'm just gonna, a little side note, I was like, who do I need to talk to get a news channel in here, right? And then like I swear a half hour later I'll look down because we were on the 11th floor. We moved a couple blocks since this video has been made. But anyway, I looked down and I saw the news crew down on the corner, and I ran down there and I was like, "Hey, I got a story for you." So
it was like a real camera, right? Like,
oh yeah, no, the big camera and everything. It was great.
yeah. Wow, that's great. Yeah, it's so well made, and this kind of a quality. You have to spend thousands of dollars to have professional people made. All right, let's watch that. And by the way, New York is very blue, right? Democrat. And I heard Portland, where you live, is also very like bluish.
Yeah, I'd say it leans that way, but I do know a lot of Republicans as well. So, but yeah, I feel like this is an area that's a little more maybe accepting of people.
Yeah,
Of,
yeah.
yeah.
No, what I meant is like you're very open-minded, and you're
Oh,
very eco. You're very green. You're very like recycle things. Is it? Is it
oh
true?
yeah,
Mm, I like that.
definitely.
I like that. All right, let's see how. Oh, share video. Oh, never mind. I use StreamYard, and they upgraded recently. So let's see. Oh, share screen. All right, here we go. Okay. All right. Do you see it?
Yeah,
Okay. Cool. It's 4 minute 38. I'm gonna play the whole thing. Okay.
awesome.
Another City in Crisis Finding Solutions report you're going to want to hear about. There's a company in Portland that is helping to re-incentivize people to return to downtown Portland, and they're doing it by sharing knowledge. Steve Dunn has the story.
I've been creating a lot of video footage for Startup Week Portland.
This is a rarity. Co-workers will tell you seeing Faris Mubarak sitting down doesn't happen often. He is on a mission.
This is a big one. Boom.
Mubarak is the owner of a company called NedSpace. They take up the 11th floor of a Portland high-rise. The floor is made up of 5 different villages, each village representing a different need that the city's entrepreneurial crowd might have. Currently, they have about 45 members.
The goal is to be able for people to be able to shop between all the different villages and get help in different things.
Yeah, the conversion of foremost to values is...
Let's say you're working on a startup and you need help incorporating AI. You go down the hall to the AI village and find all the help you need. They describe it as a professional playground for business owners, entrepreneurs, creatives, techies, the whole ecosystem to come and learn from one another. The energy flowing throughout is palpable. Faris says his goal is to re-incentivize the return to downtown Portland. And part of that includes creating a new batch of flourishing startups.
Entrepreneurs are the source of any fiscal re-innovation, right?
Serge Patel helps run the AI village here. He's been in Portland for 20 years and wants to see it flourish again. He sees NedSpace at the forefront of that effort.
We were on top of the world. I want to see that hope and optimism back again. And I want it to be the young next generation of entrepreneurs doing that.
And money doesn't have to be the only form of currency here. As a member, it's more often the exchange of ideas and expertise. They pride themselves on being a diverse group, which includes accepting young and older alike. William McChesney is just 17. He's a student at Benson High School and came here through a Gateway to College program at PCC.
I was driving myself mad at home.
He's working on a couple of startups here. One involves creating unmanned aircraft for search and rescue operations. The expertise he's been able to access right on this floor is priceless.
One of the main things for me is I'm doing some graphic design or editing. I am terrible at art. And, we've got somebody right over there that does that for a living. And I can go and, hey, how does this look? Can you run this by, what do you think of this?
Yes.
Sarah Faye Doney runs the Arts and Sounds Village on the floor. The uniqueness of what she witnesses daily here isn't lost on her.
there's a lot of places where you can network with people and a lot of places where you can hire people. But when do you get to play and co-create together? And that's what this floor does.
This is a bunch of stuff from the Starlight Parade. This one's kind of cool.
Jared Chadwick sees the creativity and collaboration too. His business is called 47 Knuckles Media, where he showcases street photography. He saw NedSpace as a place to grow personally and business-wise.
So when I come here, I get all the networking that is expected, but sometimes not expected, which is good. And I'm able to see people succeed and help them through some barriers that maybe they didn't realize were there, or, just through community and support. This is huge for me in my business.
So the next time you drive by this building on Southwest Washington, glance up to the 11th floor, where the ideas are flowing and the hope for a better Portland lives.
And when you do that for one person, okay, fine, you're making a little bit of impact. When you do that, when you're able to do that for a whole city, now we're talking about actually being able to revitalize parts of our town and change the entire narrative and how we be as a community.
Well, do you have a story to tell us about our city in crisis? You can send an email to cityincrisis@katu.com or leave a voicemail at 503-231-4206.
Well, great. Okay, yeah.
Good
that's
interview.
Awesome. That's awesome. Yeah. And I was going to ask some practical questions. Who is paying the rent?
Members, it's $175 a month for the base rate, 9 to 6 p.m. access, and then it's $275 for 24-hour access and $375 for a desk, a permanent desk. So, and then we have different offices that are also rented out, but Faris Mubarak is the owner, and so he's the one who's helping make sure that everything, all the lights stay on and everything else through our members.
That's wonderful. So the main founder, what's his name?
Okay, so Faris is the owner. He's not the founder, though. Faris Mubarak owns it and has for about a year and a half. And Mark, Grimes is the one who founded it. And that was like 16 years ago.
Wow. And how did you get into, do you accidentally meet someone, or you searched and find them?
To be honest, it was a well-connected homeless man who actually introduced me to the space. He was very connected to a lot of the art collectives and maker spaces, and I met him through that community. And then I was telling him how I wanted to create what's called an art passport. So essentially encouraging other people to spend money on art instead of maybe other things, so that you can incentivize money towards those people. And I'm actually working on that with the art lawyer to get that one up and going as well. So he introduced me to the space, and I've been here ever since. I pretty much did an event called, the event was Tech the Halls was the event. I quested the halls, and I turned it into a little game so people could get a little tour around the space and have fun while doing it, and get exposure to the different components of what this place has to offer.
Wow. I wanted to thank our audiences here supporting us, and you're welcome to ask questions and write in the chat or make comments. And my friend, Shark FinTech, asked a very good question, Sarah. He said, I love the concept of UBI. The biggest issue is how to pay for it. It's doubtful that U.S. will ever return to 80-90% tax rates on corporations and billionaires. Top corp tax is now only 28%. So how do you tell us who is paying this if we have UBI?
So I actually think what we need to do is, I think it's still through entrepreneurship and creating an ecosystem around that, and essentially creating the instead of method. Instead of what we have, what could we start improving upon and replacing it with and redirecting our attention towards? And so that means like the ecosystem needs organizations that already are built for entrepreneurs, and that way we can also educate entrepreneurs how to create their own businesses and bring in their own money. But also, if anyone needs help, they can go to the different people within the floor to build up their own business. So it's actually kind of an alternative angle. But I had overheard a person one time recently, they were like, I applied to 1,200 different jobs. They're in the tech industry, and they finally got a job. 1,200 is a lot. And I think what's happening is people are stopping looking for actual jobs, and what they're doing is pivoting towards creating their own business. And so a lot of these businesses are the solutions that we need, but we have to help support them in the process of building it. And I will say a lot of startup entrepreneurs, they're not cash flow positive right away. But there are people who have money who are willing to invest into different things, but there are avenues and channels that do exist that we can leverage until we start moving the needle forward. And I think that becomes its own form of basic income. And it's not quite how some of the other people have been approaching it. And we've been working with different orgs around Portland to help get them interconnected for the ones who do fund these kind of efforts, and introducing people to different events that help support that whole process. So it's not an easy fix, and it's not for everyone necessarily. But the founder of Income Movement, she also lives here in Portland. I haven't talked to her in a little while, but she is nearby. And so the
What's
idea
her
is
name? What's her name?
Oh, I had it in my head. I was trying to remember if it slipped my mind. I genuinely forgot.
Yeah, it's okay.
I do know her.
I think I know her too. I'm gonna just look for my email, so I probably find her name. Yeah. Yeah, for those of you, if you're curious about basic income, you can Google, you can ask AI, and if you want to involve with income movement, they call income movement. You can just look for them .org probably, and I'll put the link in below in the description. Yeah, and if people want to find you, how we are going to find you in social media sense.
So I'm on a lot of different platforms. You can I have a website called questifylife.com. I also have a link tree that's linktree /Questify Life. And that kind of has some of the different documents and stuff. As far as socials, I'm on Facebook as Sarah Faye Doney. I'm on TikTok. I think I might have
Instagram.
changed.
Do you have an Instagram?
I do have an Instagram, and that one should be Synthecopia, SYNTHECOPIA. And that should get you.
Yeah, we're gonna put it in the description below. Okay. And description has Sarah bio, has my bio, and has the way to contact us. And also, I would like to ask, because I usually don't ask, I forget. I'm a bad businesswoman. And when this chapter when we finish this talk, and you can you can watch a replay right away. I think right away, yeah, maybe 5 minutes later. And please make some comments if you can in the comment area. Not this. Right now we have comment. It's a different, yeah. This is the live comment, but in the comment area of the channel. And I heard algorithm like that. Algorithm when you have communication with your audience in the comment section. And let's see what else. Give us some thumbs. This. And yeah, anything else I have not touched, but
I would just say that, like, in general, you've covered most of the stuff, but I do think that looking around and finding the mutual aid that already exists within your own community, whether that's potlucks or resource sharing, even if that's just using Facebook Marketplace or whatever, I think it's important to lean into the resources right now because and also practicing not shaming other people for not having money, because there is a bit of discrimination against individuals who don't have income. And that really doesn't build the connection that we need in order to help this transition due to AI essentially displacing a lot of individuals. I think that's really important for nourishing our souls and healing from the pain of what this societal transition is forcing us into, and even just being curious and exploring other people's definitions of words. I know I've said this within this chat, but like I genuinely just want to like put that out there. And even if you use ChatGPT to like do some therapy or something, that's beautiful because you can ask it how to even set boundaries with other people, and like get clarification about things and how to like even settle your own nervous system. I genuinely think there's a lot of beautiful things that can happen. And also my book, I'm trying to get it released the beginning of next month. So that's coming up.
And on Amazon?
Yeah. Kindle Direct Publishing is how I'm releasing it. So Amazon. And I want to be able to also do the paperback, not just Kindle, but
How many pages?
well, in the Word document, it's 65 pages, so it's actually not that long. But it does cover just like how we got here and how we can scale it up to help our whole planet technically, but like through that journey.
Can you, Sarah, say it again, your book name?
How Money Traumatized the World.
I love it. I love it. Oh, I'm traumatized by money. I want less money. Anyway, yeah, I have so many questions and you are so inspiring. I will keep watching you, and you guys check Sarah on Facebook. She's like on Facebook 24/7. and and you're
Kind of
so
like my
great.
life diary.
Yeah, and no, you inspire me because sometimes we forget about money. Really, long time ago, there's no money. It's just the goods, exchange two goods, right? I give you rice and you give me wheat, and that is how we exchange. And then later on, the currency come, and people hold on currencies like, like, what do you call the word? So yeah, so think about human to human, right? Exchange, caring, sharing, yeah, a little bit like communist. Isn't that
Definition,
a
right?
little bit? Yeah, I grew up in communist country. I grew up in China, so I'm used to it. And deep inside me, I still feel terrible when someone say, "How much do you charge?" When I do video.
Yeah.
Or when I teach music. Oh, by the way, I teach violin and viola. If you want to study violin, and contact me.
And
I
you're so
am.
good at it. You're so mwah. I love hearing your music. Yeah.
and on this channel, right, Sarah, I do three things. One is this live interview. Like more than 300 people I did, and then I do shorts. I start shorts 2 years ago. My most popular shorts is gonna reach 1 million viewers.
Oh,
Pretty soon.
wow.
Yeah.
Congrats.
Yeah, it's talking about what's the difference between a violin and viola. 37 seconds. Yeah. That many people want to find out, Do you know what's the difference?
Personally, no.
Quiz. Okay. Viola is a little bit lower, 5 pitches lower than violin. Now, you think of 5 pitch, right? It's not much, but when viola plays, it's very mellow. So I demonstrate in that video. And viola is like 1 inch to 3 inches longer. So it's bigger. Now, when you play, you need to use more muscles to play. So it's actually harder to play well. Viola usually plays between violin and cello. So it's a bridge between these instruments. So viola people usually is pretty mellow, and violin people is like they want to shine, because they play most of the melodies. So anyway, don't get me started. Okay, so we are near ending. Would you like to do a rapid fire? Because I didn't tell you I was going to do. So rapid fire. No?
Sure, yeah.
Okay. I wouldn't ask, too personal questions. Okay. What's your favorite cuisine?
I really like Chinese food, if I'm honest. Yeah. But mostly deep fried.
Oh my god, that's funny. What is what is your favorite junk food?
I would say recently it's probably been donuts.
Yeah, well, you guys don't follow her, okay? I love
I've been
donuts.
actually trying to eat healthier, but
Yeah.
it's like a whole
Yeah.
like mindset shift.
Yeah, I love donuts. What is one thing? Oh, actually, no. What is the one country you want to visit you haven't seen yet?
I really want to go to Australia because I was obsessed with Steve Irwin growing up, so I'd love to go there and see the place that he helped make happen.
That's great. And what TV show, like series, you like? Recent?
TV show. I really love what's it called? It's the soccer one. It's on Apple. Ted Lasso. Ted Lasso is such a good show. Such a good show. That and The Good Place.
Oh, I didn't know that. Yeah, I don't have Apple TV. And now, so do you drink coffee every morning?
Yes, I'm kind of obsessed with it.
Yeah. And what style? Like,
Black.
black or whatever. Black?
Yeah, just plain.
Yeah, me too. I like Turkish coffee also. I went to Turkey. No, I'm sorry. I went to a Turkish shop in Santa Barbara 4 or 5
nice.
years. Yeah, 4 or 5 years ago.
It could be kind of strong though.
No, when you come, I'll make you. It's not. I can drink Turkish coffee 3 p.m. and does not affect my sleep.
Oh, nice.
It's weird. It's really weird. It's like I have no idea why. So maybe it's fake. But anyway, yeah. So I love Turkish coffee, right? I tell you a story, okay? I'm sorry, this is not rapid fire anymore. I went to Greece and twice for a festival. And then, I teach how to use smartphone to shoot videos and movie. And I gave them a biography, right? And that is just like a very close to the time I love Turkish coffee. So in the end, I try to be cute. I said, Ching Juhl loves Turkish coffee. So then the Greece people, when I arrived to a welcome party, and the organizer immediately came to talk to me, had a lesson. He said, you should not talk about Turkish coffee in your bio. I said, why? So anyway, she gave me a lecture. So I have to change. Say, Ching Juhl likes Greek coffee.
Oh man.
Anyway, so I just wish people, the world will be more tolerant to each other, right? Because a lot of conflict happened 100 years ago, 40 years ago, 50 years ago, right?
Mm-hmm.
And people still holding grudge with regular people. I mean, a lot of the fighting is between government, right?
I think if each party took 100% accountability for their part in the thing, like 200 total % accountability, then we could probably move forward. But it's until we take accountability for our own actions and try to learn how to move forward. I think it's not going to happen until then.
Yeah. Yeah. What a pity. All right. So you have my couch when you come to New York City.
Yay!
Yay, for sure. And yeah, so any other advertisement you have, or you good?
I mean, I think more people should check out NedSpace if they're in Portland. We are building it to be both scalable and replicatable. But we need it to be sustainable first. And so, but you can look up stuff about it. Ned.space, I think is the website. And then, we have a thing called Tuesday Town Hall. So essentially it's like, who are you? What do you do? And like an accomplishment from last week. And then how can we help you this week? And that's you can take that template and do it in more places, by the way, just so that we can start getting people's needs met quicker. So I'm encouraging that kind of format because I genuinely think there's a lot of beautiful ways that we can work together and make life easier for each and other people. That's not a sentence. Anyway.
From a writer point of view. And have you thought about writing a film script?
I have a partial film script. I used it as kind of like I call it future casting, like all the criteria of what I want to see in a project, like as a year 3 of it, so that I can like start planning it while I write the script. And it's like about a summer camp for activists who come together as a summit format in order to essentially share what they're doing for their community, but like with some intrigue in there, some political intrigue or whatever. It's not finished, but yeah.
Yeah, I would love to read your script. Yeah, yeah, awesome. I'm waiting for your book. Okay, so make sure it comes out in September, which is pretty quick. Yeah, everybody, everybody pay attention. So let's see, this channel is Juhl Media. I started a long time ago, 2009, and I have about almost 9K subscribers. So if you haven't subscribed this channel, and if you like us, please do give us a thumb up, and you can also click on the bell. So whenever I don't do this interview as much as before. I only do once a month now. Yeah. So because I'm busy doing other things, and I also do shorts. Yeah, YouTube shorts, and I got a lot of viewers, and it's amazing. People just talk to me every day, wanting to find out viola, violin. What else I do? Oh yeah, video wise, I make videos. Maybe 2 videos per month. They could be events, protests. I go to protests a lot, And hold on one second. So and so check my videos. I have 1,200 videos. Yeah, I have nothing better to do. Make videos. So
I just have one more thing that I want to add. I do both business and life coaching. That my ideal clients are visionaries with ADHD. So if you want to make change and you don't know how to do it, I can help you with vision and strategy, setting you on your path, even connecting you to people and resources. And I can do that through a video call. I do weekly accountability calls. It's $50 for 1 hour a week. And so you can reach out to me to hire me because I really want to see more people succeed. And sometimes we just have gaps in our education. And I want to help you succeed and make it fun and playful as well.
Great. We'll put all the links in the description, okay, after this.
Cool.
Okay. Yeah, I want to thank you, Sarah, for being my guest. It's such a delight. I want to thank people not showing up in here, here meaning writing the chat. And thanks for listening to us. I want to thank people writing the chat. I have Lewis, I have Sam, the young man. I have a shark fin. He has a real name. I'm not telling you. And then I have Lion King. I have Dion, Sean's godmother. Sean is my son. And I have Tasu, my Turkish friend, who is going to cook me Turkish coffee. And then I have Patricia, my friend in New York City. And thank you so much. And I have a how to say that? Schurler, Locking. Yeah. Thank you for being here. Yeah. So thanks so much. And we're going to end this session. And please watch replay or tell other people share. Okay. All right. Bye now.
Thank you.
Yeah, have a good week. Okay. Bye.
Bye.
All right. And the stream.